What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more bridges. Indeed, we're going back to their 1980 album, Fakkeltog. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. And indeed, I was talking to Sofia, and she had suggested making Fakkeltog Fridays a thing now that Furuholmen Fridays has run its course in terms of the available material. And I sort of chickened out with the first reaction because I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. But then I thought I mispronounce words in all different reactions, so what's stopping me here? Nevertheless, we are back for the next tune on the 1980 album, and that is May the Last Dance Be Mine. It's a sentiment that immediately reminds me of the Drifters' Save the Last Dance for Me, the idea that, hey, we're both independent people, we know other people, we might, spend time with others, dance with others, enjoy our time with others, but if I really mean to you what you say, and if I'm really the special person in your life that perhaps has been suggested in previous situations and encounters, then, save the last dance for me, may the last dance be mine, with the idea that whatever you might do leading up to the end of the night, the last dance, presumably, is the one, or is one with someone who you care about the most, someone who you might go home with. So yeah, I feel like there's likely that sentiment. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen, but let's hear it. This is Bridges. The tune is May the Last Dance Be Mine, and it's on the album Fakkeltog from 1980.
Lost the love I can't find, won't escape my mind. It will make my last breath pass out at dawn, so please I beg.
Drumming is crazy.
So kind, let me feel love just one time, let it be mine. It will make my last breath pass out at dawn, It will make my body dissolve.
See that coming. Crazy. Over the course of the tune, like at the beginning it was like, this is kind of giving me some Beatles vibes, which, knowing Paul's music and a lot of the Aha material, even some of the Savoy material, that certainly wasn't a surprising impression to get at the beginning of the tune. And then as it went on, I was like, actually, maybe it's a bit more like a Doors tune. There was some keyboard and something about the way the drumming was rolling along. It just gave me a bit more of a kind of edgy Doors vibe, and there was a bit of dissonance. And then, there was a moment where I was like, it's almost like a Stranglers tune or something. So there's, some different flavors that this was giving me, and all of them, very interesting sounds for me to be reminded of. Although the Stranglers I don't know that well, just through a couple tunes. But either way, yeah, a dynamic track, one that again, it had a bit of an edge and dissonance to it, even as it was overall, like it didn't feel heavy or, angry or anything like that. It just had a bit of an edge to it. So I enjoyed that. The drumming in particular, crazy rhythms and rolls and fills. So yeah, really dynamic tune. Again, the recording, it sounds like a band that has essentially been playing like clubs and maybe evolved from a garage band. It, like the mastering, the recording, it doesn't sound like a fully produced sound, but I knew that going into it. And even after the first couple reactions, I remember I commented that, so I'll try not to mention that too much. But again, there's some 80s punk bands that I know that their early releases, they have that, even if later albums from them are fuller and more richly produced. There's a raw intensity to the sound of their early releases, and there's a bit of that here, which I enjoy. So, yeah, again, making me think of some sounds of some very notable groups. Dynamic. It's clear it's a group that's trying to be, artful in their music, not just, like here's an intro, here's a chorus, or here's verse 1, here's the chorus, here's verse 2, here's the outro chorus. Like there was a more complex or clever construction to that. So cool tune, looking forward to more of this, and I'm very happy to have another side quest for the AHA family to be part of, because it's been nice that there's been this sort of routine with the side quests, and obviously the regular AHA deep dive, it's a bit more irregular now, but I'm still trying to work it in and just trying to make sure that I'm balancing all the other deep dives and so on. And sometimes because I'm doing a Savoy and a Morton and now going to Bridges, but for a while with Magna, there was a while where I was like, I'm trying to make sure other people don't get too upset that I'm doing so many related to the AHA world, and then maybe only one from this other group every 2 or 3 months or something. So again, I try to balance everything, but I promise I will continue with the AHA deep dive, and I'm going to do an AHA reaction right after this. So we're going to go back for another of the demo tunes. Once again, shout out to Sofia for all her help, as well as all the help of the AHA family. And indeed, over the course of now, going on a year and a half more, it feels like there's so many people who've stepped up, made sure I had, a different version of a tune, or, I made sure I had access to an album. And again, shout out to Philip, who very early on was like, oh, okay, well, if you're going to go through AHA, I can put that on the drive as well. So you are all awesome. Let me know what you think of this Bridges tune. I'm excited to hear more, given that I've been thinking a lot about Paul's music and, his artistic sensibility, his songwriting sensibility, and obviously this is, one of the very earliest chapters of that. So just excited to go through it. Once again, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.